Hey YouTube, it's IraqiTaki here with a new segment I like to call Monday Mornings. Today we'll be throwing jokes at you with a little bit of advice over a topic, and today's topic just so happens to be camera shyness. Alright, to start off, we got our very first joke, and that is, why did the chicken cross the road? Well, apparently the answer is because it had been so horrendously genetically modified in a lab that it had taken on almost human-like intelligence. Growing up in the lab among hippie scientists and political idealists, talking about the socialist revolution and liberation, he thought one day he would have his freedom. Later that year, in an act of civil defiance within the chicken coop, he refused to eat the chicken feed allotted to him. As the scientist opened the cage to seize the dissident chicken, he pecked him in the eye and liberated his brothers and sisters. However, the real world was not what the chicken had expected. The rampant commercialism he saw upon his release disillusionized the young chicken to the extent that he decided to take his own life. Rising in the morning at his usual time at 6 a.m., he leaned over and kissed his wife delicately upon the cheek, a solitary tear running down his eye as he imagined the child he knew he would never meet. Wow. The chicken stepped into the cold London morning, the frost chafing his cheeks, the sleet crashing against his breast. Taking one step onto the busy dual carriageway, he closed his eyes and imagined heaven. Now that was one hell of a why did the chicken cross the road answer. Now on to camera shyness. Now, camera shyness is really dumb. I don't know how else to put it. You basically get scared because there's a little piece of technology looking at you, pointed at you, I guess, should I say. Wow. Crazy, right? But the best thing to remember is we all get scared. I mean, it's just human nature. What can you do about it? And as far as overcoming it, I don't think you can really overcome it. You can enhance your in front of the camera skills, maybe. Well, actually you can. Just never forget the one word that makes everything better. It's called practice. And yes, I know it sounds corny and cliche, but you can just walk up to the bathroom mirror and talk to yourself, and you might seem, or you might feel a little stupid, you might look a little stupid, but if you really want to get better, then you're just going to keep talking to yourself in the mirror until you're actually able to talk to other people like you're able to talk to yourself like that. And one thing I feel that stops a lot of people from actually practicing in the first place, even though they feel they can perform as good as they want to be, is the fact that the people around them, they think that, how do I say this? They feel goofy around them. They feel dumb around them. They feel like idiots. And sometimes maybe even the people around you are discouraging you or belittling you over you practicing, and that's okay. It's just, you gotta ignore it, you gotta shake it off, you gotta brush it off your shoulder if you really want to get better. But let's cut to the next joke. This next joke is a blonde joke, so don't take no offense. Looking to earn some extra money, decided to offer her services as a handywoman and started canvassing an affluent nearby neighborhood. She went to the front door of the first house and asked the owner if he had any odd jobs for her to do. Well, I guess I could use somebody to paint my porch, he said. How much will you charge me? The blonde quickly responded, how about $100? The man agreed and told her that the paint and everything she would need were in the garage. The man's wife, hearing the conversation, said to her husband, does she realize that her porch goes all the way around the house? He responded, she was just up here, how could she have missed it? A short time later, the blonde came to the door to collect her money. You're finished already? The husband said. Yes, the blonde replied, and I had paint left over, so I gave it 2 coats. Impressed, the man reaches into his pocket for the $100 and handed it to her. And by the way, the blonde added, it's not a porch, it's a Lexus. That is so stupid. Now let's get back to camera shyness. With practicing, you're obviously going to get a lot of results. You're going to get better, and with that, it's going to come confidence. Once you get that confidence, you're going to learn to be a little more enthusiastic in front of the camera. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go overboard every time with your enthusiasm. You don't have to be crazy in front of the camera. You don't always have to act like an idiot. You could be yourself. It doesn't matter. Just learn to talk to a camera like it was your grandma. or your grandpa, or your brother, sister, your mom, your dad, doesn't matter. And time for one more joke. A blonde and a redhead have a ranch. They have just lost their bull. The women need to buy another but only have $500. The redhead tells the blonde, I will go to the market and see if I can find one for under that amount. If I can, I will send you a telegram. She goes to the market and finds one for $499. Having only $1 left, she goes to the telegraph office and finds that it costs $1 per word. She is stumped on how to tell the blonde to bring the truck and trailer. Finally, she tells the telegraph operator to send the word comfortable. Skeptical, the operator asks how will she know to come with the trailer from just that word. The redhead replies, she's a blonde so she reads slow. Comfortable. God dang. That was one of the stupidest things I've ever read. Again. And back to camera shyness. Like I said, just be yourself, practice, don't be afraid to be yourself in front of the camera or your friends. If they're really your friends, they won't judge you. They probably will judge you. I get judged. I judge myself. And I really hope my advice helped you out. If so, leave a likes up and subscribe. And that concludes Monday morning's segment with Ricardo Munoz. I hope you guys enjoy your morning, and I'll see you next time.